environmental pollution or pollution is the introduction of subject or other fixed element into a medium which makes it offset or offit. For so the immediate method can be an ecosystem or a living being. The contaminant can be an check near on energy such as soul, speed, link, or activity. Pollution can be qualified according to the type of source for which is common or be the form of contaminant it emits other medium it. Contaminant. There are many contaminants including check such as pesticides, cyanide, herbicides, and others. Municipal waste all or ionizing radio of these can cause disease to ecosystem, other and environmental.
Cause and consequence of pollution. Cause: energy generation through fossil sources. Fossil fuels are one of the main sources of pollution today due to their widespread use. Fossil fuel refining. This process releases gas into the atmosphere to purify and convert, for example, oil into gasoline. Volcanic and underwater eruptions. Submarine and volcanic eruptions are responsible for gigantic emissions of carbon dioxide and the methane found in the bed, and the particulate matter, carbon dioxide and sulfur oxides. In the case of volcanic eruptions, the technological development. The technological development of our societies depends on the extraction of resources from the interior of the earth. Thus, coal, oils, metals, and some minerals are used in everything we create. From our most basic kitchen utensils to buildings where we live and work. Water is the leading cause of gastrointestinal and infectious disease in developing countries. Garbage accumulation. The accumulation of garbage not only generates problems if it's accumulation of homes or cities, generating pests and therefore disease, but also of marine life, which is some that in a can feed on the it and ends up dying. Lost biodiversity. This is affected by garbage, by the change in climatic and terrestrial conditions, by the erosion, and by the reclouse of chemicals into the environment. Climate change due to greenhouse effect. The change in the Earth's temperature, either from warm to cold or vice versa, alters the stability conditions as an environment, making some species unable to adapt if the change is too abrupt. Positioning and death of marine species. The natural stability of fish species, such as corals, also suffer the consequence of pollution, lowering their generative capacity.
How to prevent the pollutions? Use public transportations. We have become used to using the car for everything, but it is time to think about the planet and our futures and to use more sustainable and environmentally friendly means of transport. Public transport is a good solution, cheaper and less pollution than the car. Purchase of local products. One of the things that pollutes the most are vehicles. If we buy local products, we avoid that what we buy in the supermarket is transported from distant places, with the cost of fuel and the pollution that this implies. Organic products. For the production of ecological products, the use of chemical elements that may harm the environment is avoided. You can not only find them in food, but also in cleaning fashion or cosmetics. Recycle. We tend to be clear about where to dispose of containers or glass, but in many other cases we don't know where to dispose of waste, and the first rule of thumb for recycling is to separate. For example, in the organic waste container we can throw food ash, dirty paper, cotton, foods, etc. Reduce the consumption of plastics. We use a lot of plastic and most of it is single use. It is estimated that the average use time of a plastic bag is 10 minutes and it takes about 400 years to degrade. Reduces the use of water and electricity. Water is a resource that can be depleted, so it is essential to take care of its use. We can achieve this with small gestures such as closing the tap when brushing your teeth, showering instead of bathing. Recycle water. In the case of electrical energy, it is essential to reduce use by opting for light consumption appliances using LED light bulbs, turning off the lights at home when we are not around, or avoiding electrical appliances off standby. Thanks.